Hello, Astro. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation? So far, only Obalsquan's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident. But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Only the Major General himself.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While
I'm
I
good,
usually
Marvin.
think
How are
you're
you?
a little too reckless, Magus,
I'm just chilling.
this time,
Playing Zen
I
mode.
agree with you. Swift as the wind, fierce
Hope
as
your
fire,
day has been
and
good.
unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus!
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared. We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
That's pretty usual. I won't let you down.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please don't betray the trust that people have placed in the Defense Force.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obel never fails a mission.
Operation has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on the miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate key Exaltus bases. Get ready to move out and a surprise attack. Every second counts. Let's go.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist Corps members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltists' main base.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms. They fought side by side years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate. But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade,
They all fought
a
together
senior,
and side by
and
side.
my
What you
commanding
mean?
officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
I understand. So please believe me. When I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
Captain, the barrel's scorching hot! Leave it to Seed.
Is it my
A-okay.
Dang, she fast.
crossfire?
Seed, let Seed Senior cool off a bit,
Count on me and Seed C.
The Defense Force people are here. Yeah. Who goes there? Petty thugs, blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
I turned about. Oops, I can't really control my strength. Everything's on fire.
Firepower and maximum.
Seed, let Seed Senior... Time to pin them down.
Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Very interesting. Encrypted documents detected on this device. Accessing. Answering the overseer's call. Wrongfully skilled soldiers rise from the underworld, cloaked in flames of vengeance. As for why the Defense Force soldiers would fight for us, the overseer was rather vague. Perhaps they too were blessed with witnessing the Creator's true form in the underworld. The files stored in this device are incomplete. The remaining intelligence needs to be obtained elsewhere. Wrongfully killed soldiers. Those ones emerging from the miasma were wearing 11-year-old uniforms, and they died protecting New Eridu. These Exalted scum, how dare they desecrate the honor of fallen soldiers? Unforgivable. They're pushing footsteps up, everyone on guard.
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
Just as expected.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here to support the operation.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right, and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flanks so smoothly.
Dang.
We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
Wow.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
I thought she was a gun.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphe. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
No matter how arrogant they are.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist base been completely cleared?
Several creatures took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple properly. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Obel, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Okay. I wonder what those other orders were.
The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
These second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Who would ever call this an ambush? We've already failed half of the mission's objective.
Hopefully we can still find some useful documents and material.
There's record of the hardware being moved. The missing data cannot be retrieved. Hello, Sue. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're happy to know that your me was created in the actual game. So the next time we boot it up, you'll see for yourself. Yes, I am having a pretty wonderful day. It's just me. There is no Vectro. It's just me. Soldiers didn't die protecting the city. Just what have these Exaltists learned? It's nothing but a distraction they planted on purpose to mislead us. Still, it's clear the Exaltist remnants were spooked by the Major General's unit acting so recklessly. That's why they moved the key data early. Guess we have no choice but to press on. And that's exactly what we shall do.
Elite targets have appeared.
Elite targets. Just the kind of fight Obel Squad's been waiting for.
Engaging head on.
Oops, I can't really control my strength.
I'm not gonna let this man breathe at all. I can't afford to.
Launching fire.
Copy.
Crossfire.
And I didn't let him breathe. Actually, that's a lie. I let him breathe just for a second. I had to. I didn't really have a choice. Has your day been?
Everything is
pretty
moving
good,
along
Sue?
smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Major General Lorenz. You're here in the Hollow. In person?
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said. You're quite a capable squad.
Very
Given that
capable.
you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
It is, it must be Mr. Lucro. I don't know this boss. Or I
You
know
must
this
be
boss.
Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the reception banquet for the Porcelumex safety
Yes,
inspection.
yes. Happy told me the same thing.
For a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Anyway.
Also, I've been asleep the entire afternoon, so I'm only just now seeing that message.
Ah, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we?
We are.
Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see.
Uh-huh.
For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This gentleman is the mayor's envoy.
You can hear the tiredness
Specially
in my
sent
voice.
by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
I was a long nap because I started my nap around like 12ish, and that was like, and then I woke up like maybe an hour ago. So yeah, so much for a nap. More like actually going to sleep and sleeping during the day.
I'm just doing my duty. Please. The title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
So I like the wording of you're very tame. It's like without Meksha around, it's like, oh, he's so calm. I've never seen this side of Meksha. Just brings out a different side of me, I guess.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters.
Dang.
Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
Dang, everybody's just been getting on to Magus.
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
I just like things quiet and not so loud. This is a treat for me. No disrespect or no disrespect to Uncle Meksha or Mother or anyone who's very loud. Yeah, I get that.
Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
I'll let it slide this time, Morphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
Yeah, I would imagine you would.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. Porcelumex's other executive had previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well. And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the defense force. It's clear why they're here.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness. Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Hey, now let's not throw around that
Morphe is
word.
still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
I can see
Goodness,
that.
Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obel's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Onward.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Somewhere in the Lemnian Hollow, illuminated by the flickering candlelight. Naive teenage mindset, yes, yes. Oh no, we're dealing with these people right now? Okay. Great Overseer, the Defense Force took the bait, just as planned, and they're feeling pretty proud of themselves. Perfect. They've wasted enough time on meaningless distractions, and that foolish general thinks he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major forces at us anymore, though the price was... The price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for their faith, Overseer. Besides, the troops you brought back from the underworld were a huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers. It's cruel, really. Still, if it's for the right cause, then even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely. If that greater purpose is an audience with the Creator, I know you have other intentions, but you still open the path to the Creator, won't you, Great Overseer?
I've wandered in confusion along this path more than once, but the whispers I heard were true, without a doubt. Once I've achieved my goal, I'll open the path to the Creator for you.
Which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Fathan is with the Defense Force right now. And that one's a real handful. Not the type that let things go easily. And that elite squad of theirs has been a serious thorn in our side.
I've noticed that youngster may be an unexpected variable, but I've already set the course for how their tale unfolds. Don't back them into a corner unless you have to.
Your arrangements are reasonable. May the Creator refine us. Whoa, what happened to the sky just then? Cheers and laughter echo from the military camp, which has been quiet the past few days. Why is the Defense Force base so lively? What's going on? Let's ask around and see what the soldiers know. Hey man, what's going on? What's happening? Oh, a new face. And not in uniform either. You must be that outside help from, what was it? Apostle Squad? Thanks to the brilliant leadership of Major General and his abundant, we secured an easy victory. Sure, you didn't land the big win, but you still played a part. Stand your ground. Hey, what's with that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be such a buzzkill, okay? Goodness. Lucro, welcome back, envoy. You do not wish that, you do wish that more male protagonists would have the most generic haircut in every game you play. Yeah. I mean, there are only so many hairstyles. Well, no, they could stand to make them more interesting looking. But yeah, every friggin' protagonist has that haircut.
Welcome back, envoy. I've been waiting here, just to make sure you returned safely.
You're really laying it on thick, huh?
Such modesty. Still, if you're acting on behalf of the mayor in Defense Force matters, I'm sure your words hold real authority with the city administration. We owe it to the Major General's forces that were able to reclaim a significant catch of porcelain without incident. Assets can't speak apparently, even though assets Ferox had handled assets Ferox had handed over to the Exaltus, which are in fact Porcelumix's property. It's quite the haul. The Major General and I go way back. He may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on, that's for sure. I'll take my time. I know it's just a shrewd, profit-minded trader, and I also know there's been some bad blood between you and the Major General.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no bad blood between me and that friggin' gun girl.
But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always brings value to the table, so naturally, I'm pleased you made it back in one piece.
About Porcelumix and the Exaltus.
It's true that certain individuals within Porcelumix, including Mr. Ferox and his team, engaged in unlawful activities with the Exaltists. The shameful, pathetic Mr. Ferox is now in custody, and with the Major General's support, we've tracked down his subordinates, who escaped into the Hollow. Porcelumix is clean of any further criminal associations. Regarding the so-called Obscura devices, while they were crafted through Ferox's dealings with the Exaltus, I'm not clear on their scientific worth. Still, they're made of costly porcelain, so they belong to the company. You get it. We'll recover each of the Obscura once the Defense Force finishes assessing the risk.
Their risk?
Yes. Colonel Isolde stated in the report that the Obscura could pose an extreme risk, even going so far as to order an evacuation of Wi-Fi Peninsula for public safety, that is. It's gotten too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me to leave Wi-Fi Peninsula. Take care of yourself.
And take care of yourself. I wonder, oh, I still can't go where I want to. I'm still only isolated to this area.
These guys sure know how to take it easy. They're already planning the victory party right after winning.
So what the Defense Force's next move? Oh, that's not... So what's the Defense Force's next move?
Next move? There isn't one.
You do enjoy games of war. I remember when this game wasn't games of war. It was just silly guy that runs a video store gets brought into all sorts of shenanigans with people that work for him, I guess. It's crazy how some franchises like start off as one thing and then just like completely transform into something else entirely.
There isn't one. The Major General believes the key members of the Exaltus have been wiped out and their base cleared. As far as he's concerned, we've already won.
Life will change like that. Hey, that's the name of a song for Persona 5.
I never thought victory could come so easily.
The Exaltus won't be that easy.
You faced the Exaltus more times than anyone, Proxy. Your insight is valuable, but even so, the Obsidian Division can't keep pouring resources into chasing down a minor outlaw group. As for the Obscura, Colonel Isolde is taking our intel and the risk posed by the sacrifices. Very seriously. She's already preparing to evacuate the citizens of Wi-Fi Peninsula.
Maybe I can make a request for you to do Persona remixes. I've done a Persona remix actually. I did Wake Up, Get Out There 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. I do want to do more Persona remixes. There is a Persona remix. That's currently in the works, but you'll just have to wait and see what that one turns out to be. I really do want to expand my horizons. Let me see when I posted. No, it was actually 2 years ago. My bad. It's pretty good, pretty good. It was a whole collab with my good friend Sarah Sandwich. Oh, and Bombo. Bombo helped out with that track as well. I'm thinking of making an instrumental, like remixing it again, but it's just the instrumentals because I do love that. Can't wait. You're also a big fan of Persona 2. Is the remix on your channel? You'll search. Yeah, it's on my channel. You currently see it in between my original, really Zephyrly, and my Honkai Star Rail video that I put out. I forgot about that video. Anyways.
We'll stay on guard here and protect the civilians until everyone's been evacuated and all obscura in the city have been cleared.
If you don't mind me asking, Sue, which Persona 2 track would you request me to do? And I'll take a look at it. I'll take a crack at it. Because I don't know any Persona 2 really. Because nobody talks about Persona 2. Everybody talks about Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5. No one ever talks about the original or the second one.
It's thanks to Izalde's leadership that we were able to locate so many obscura across the city before the operation began too.
Did the Colonel know about the risks of the obscura all along?
Since everyone's taking a break, why don't you relax a little too, Proxy? I'm heading back to the camp with the captain. Want to join us for a bit, Proxy?
Sure, despite your doubts, with cheers ringing out through the night all around you, you find yourself taking a brief rest by the firelight with the two soldiers. The Innocent Sin title song? Okay, gotcha. I'll take a look at that.
Everyone! The Exaltis, the threat that plagued Waifei Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New Eridu, like every triumph before! Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer for victory!
Cheers rise up from the gathered soldiers.
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
Yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy.
Where the heck is Seed in this conversation? It's literally just me and Orphe. The only reason why people do not like Persona 2 is because it's not 3D or very modern, but it walked, so Persona 3 and 5 could run, or 3 through 5 could run. So then why don't people talk about the original? Probably for the same reasons, I'm guessing.
There are
I mean,
still
I feel like
stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
I feel like just because the game isn't 3D, that I mean, people should still like. I mean, because like Undertale isn't 3D, but everybody freaking loves that game. So like, like guys, come on now, show some respect for Persona 2.
As far as I know, the key Exaltis leaders are still at large. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltis will remain a threat until they're eliminated. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Yishan Shifu, and the Exaltis suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
You know, it's kind of funny that we're even talking about Persona, because literally before I started streaming this, I was like, huh, I could stream a little bit of Persona 5. Same reasons. One didn't find its footing at the time, but it was still fun. So I tried to do a continuation of the protagonist a little older, with a few new MCs, and push the story further there. Or so it tried, not you tried. That would be fun. What would be fun? Playing Persona 5? you wanna watch me play Persona 5 instead, Sue? Like I don't mind quitting off this actually. Like I've only been streaming for 30 minutes. You know what? Alright, hold on. We'll find a stopping point. We'll play for some Persona 5.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit.
Because I was only really playing this to like catch up, but I can like catch up
How come
tomorrow.
I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
Isolde has been unwell recently and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
You might be right. That does sound like her. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think
Yet
of
she
it
said
as
it.
me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Senior would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I understand.
I understand as
Opal
well.
Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
But as Faith, then I have no right to stop moving forward. Excuse me, Mr. Special Envoy. The Colonel asked me to pass on a message. Some bigwig from TOPS is here to see you. From TOPS? Don't ask me about the specifics. You'll have to go and see for yourself. Alright. Give me 1 second. Let me, at the very least, do one final poll. Is Persona 2 your favorite, Sue? Wait, didn't you say that? Hold on, let me go back. No, you said you're a big fan, but is Persona 2 your favorite? Actually, I'll wait on it. I'll wait till I've gotten a little bit more polychrome so I could do a 10 pull, because it's right there. It really is, because of the tone of it, minus that one little aspect where random Hitler showed up. Wait, what? But it was just beautiful to me, how everything lined up together. Oh, okay. Hopefully they re-release it someday. That way I could get my hands on it and see for myself what this Hitler person. Like, actually, yeah, you know what? Don't tell me anymore. I'll learn for myself eventually. I've learned that I really need to stop like spoiling myself on games that I may or may not play. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream. and we will be right back. You had it on PS3 for a little while. Oh, okay. All right, here we go.